I dreamt I was an eagle, up in the mountains, still. Then I was flying around, enjoying the magical scenery, the peace and silence, perfection. Now, the dream didn't start like that. At the beginning of my dream, I was human. I had troubles. I was missing happiness. No solution I tried brought sense to my existence. Everybody else used a language that only I couldn't understand, and maybe Grandpa also. It felt like breathing air for nothing. I swear I was brought in this world unprepared. I started listening to some guided meditation tapes. For a while, it really helped going into trance. Every time that man asked me to go deeper and deeper, I was following. Relax, let the world carry on without you for a while. I like that. No troubles, no worries, nobody needs anything from you. This is good, I said. Every time I was going deeper into trance, I stayed longer than before. That world was so different. I could speak the same language as everybody else, seeing clear again like I could walk closer to anybody, and instantly I belonged. I'd found the tools I'd been missing in my real life, but coming back it only made me realize how badly I wanted to return to my trance. My reality became the bad dream in between my trips to where I should have been born in the first place. Like a slippery slope, it crawled upon me and made things even worse. I decided I needed a different approach, change focus. In time, I got so deep that I was able to imagine I was this eagle in a mountain, far away from my life, my troubles, independent from my existence. It felt so good, stepping outside my life for a while and just be. Stop thinking about your problems and let your subconscious mind solve them automatically. It was going fantastic. All I had to do was desert my own life and mind for a while and leave my troubles with the universe. It was working. There were times I didn't need to take these trips anymore. But soon enough my life would fall apart again, and I was going back home, to my mountains. One night I decided to stay in trance longer than ever. It was the most beautiful thing that happened to me. I circled the world, then I flew outside the atmosphere and visited the entire universe. No troubles, no worries, go deeper and deeper. I've seen galaxies and planets I'd never before imagined. Relaxed, let the world carry on without you for a while. Finally, I made my way back to Earth. Something felt different. There was a musky, dead smell in the mountains. The night came and passed. I thought, any second now that man will count down to 1 and take me out of my trance, back to my life. But days passed and nothing. I decided to fly over to my house. I sat on a branch just outside, seeing my brother playing by the garden. Then I flew closer to the window and looked inside. Curiously, I noticed I was missing from all the photos around the room. What did it mean? Looking around, it seemed the world carried on without me, permanently. Could I have subconsciously removed myself from the world? I mean, I would have never attempted anything like that in reality. Couldn't have done it to my family or to Grandpa. But it seems while I was deep in my trance, the universe took care of my issues, and my life was the biggest trouble of all. It got rid of what wasn't fitting in with the natural order. There it was, my family without me in it. Ever. I'd never existed for them. Now I was just an eagle. I didn't feel anything. It was a good outcome, in the end. Years passed and I remembered Grandpa. He wasn't my real grandfather, just a good friend I met in therapy. He had nobody to visit him. Like me, he didn't understand the language the others were using. I flew quickly to his house. In shock, through the dusty window, I saw his dead body decomposing on the armchair. I felt like screaming, "No! I was supposed to visit you, take care of you, eventually sort out your funeral. It was a promise." I suddenly felt hopeless. This wasn't what I really wanted. I started flying around the world days and days until they turned to years and decades. Coming back, I could only see the bones left on the armchair. It was all left of Grandpa. Nobody else visited, ever. For some reason, I wasn't able to cry, feel grief or sadness. I was an eagle. They don't have those complex feelings. I wished I could feel deeply again. One by one, I failed shedding tears for all members of my family as they passed away. I spent centuries flying across the mountains. Still, peace and silence, perfection. By this time, I had forgotten about myself or my family or Grandpa. No trace that we ever existed. My mind was blank, just flying around aimlessly. I felt the impulse to fly back in time to the Big Bang before it all started. As I got closer to it, everything was in reverse. For some reason, approaching the Genesis brought this countdown timer. 5. We now get ready to remember what we've learned and bring it back with us. 4. As I count down further. 3. You get ready to come back. 2. Bring your awareness back to this room. And 1. That's right. Open your eyes. Look around.
Open my eyes. Today's a new day.
I was myself, human again. I came back from my trance so deep that it seemed never-ending.
Breaks on my brain.
I had found hidden resources deep in my mind.
Spit me out. I could feel either way. So maybe you're down in the gutter or high in the clouds, it don't matter. Song for the summer, song for the rain.
I jumped out of bed, tears of happiness, sadness, grief all streaming down my face, embracing feelings I've been missing, reawakened within me, overwhelming.
Feel right again. Song for the summer, song for the rain. Get a little closer to see clear again. Song for tomorrow, song for today. Come a little closer to feel right again.
I stood there for a couple of hours, letting everything burn within. Then I started typing on my computer. I dreamt I was an eagle.